Hi FlossTube, it's me, Green Tigers Crafts, coming to you with a late July update and I'm just gonna tie it in and say, well, July. Is it June? Yeah, my June update, midway through July update. Have noticed I have a dragon back. If I can get out of the way. Yep. Again, coming to you from a different location. Yeah, we've been unpacking, organizing, packing for vacation, unpacking. We basically took 3 vacations in one 6-day length of time. So yeah, I have been very, very busy. Work has been trying to kill me. So yeah, vacation much needed. But I have been working. I have been working on my cross stitching. As of the last couple months, I've had focus pieces that I want to get done. I succeeded in one. I'm become close, but I'm not gonna get it done in time. But anyway, I have to show off. He's not Stitchy related, but da-da-da-da. Everybody, meet Sunny! Sunny Adventures! Yeah, me and my boyfriend and my step sister, I can talk, went up to Michigan Adventures, on a Monday, and I seen him, and he had to come home. He had to come home with me. So, he's cute, he's precious, he's up where the cat and dog can't hurt him. And if I can show off. And this is, well, you'll should know who he is. Yeah, my boyfriend won himself a Pac-Man. So, if that was a good vacation, much needed. My place of employment decided to work me 8 days in a row over a busy holiday weekend. Need I say more? And no, I do not work at a place where they acknowledge holidays. The best you get is a slight pay raise for that day. But for the most part, it's a holiday. It's going to be busy. It's going to be packed. And you got to deal with some really unsavory people. But moving on to my stitching, which you're all here for my stitching, not to hear me whine and complain about my work. So why I cross stitch, so I don't kill people. But anyway, I'm gonna start with my finishes first. I finished him a long time ago. My scissor keep, we had dog hair on him. I went ahead and I finished him off. I don't know if I showed, but I did finish off the back finally. But I also restitched me the same owl. But I was going to turn him into another scissor holder. But got a better idea. I turned him into a needlebook instead. So this owl has been sitting basically very patiently for me to do a final FFO on him. One thing I really have left to do is I need to sew a button on And I want to put some pockets here for like needle threaders and other like needles that haven't been opened yet from kits. So yeah, I finally FF'd this guy. Recently, within the last 2 days. Pretty sure it was in the last 2 days. I finally got around and felt like actually doing some finishes. So anyway, so I did that. Another finish is the baby sampler that I'm making for a coworker of mine. I will insert a picture of what the pattern online looks like, and also I will insert a picture of the last place you've seen it. And this is how I finished it, pretty much. I made some alterations with the border, and I reworked the hearts instead of having the hearts in the corner, which made no sense to me. I just made some blocks, so added some solid. It was a little bit more solid in the bottom. But the only thing I have left to do is I need to insert the date that she was born, wash, and frame this. So I think this was done in, I'm going to say June. I finished the stitching around, I think I want to say around June 27th, June 30th. I haven't wrote down the date of completion because I haven't fully completed it yet. This still needs to stitch it was kind of on the floor, hard to get to, and I kind of forgot about it. Bad me. But I do have a frame for it. Just a simple dollar store frame that I'm going to use to frame it with. And I have another finish. It's from the Cross Stitchers Oriental Odyssey by Joan Elliott. This is a ornament for a friend of mine. I took it from the pattern Harmony and Tranquility. And it's basically just an orchid. But I took ahead and I took this flower and I just stitched the flower. So I will insert a picture of where you last seen it here. And this is how it turned out. Yeah, I really like, you'd be surprised at how much back stitching it makes the design pop. Because last video, yes, I did watch my last video because it's been so long. You could not see what I'd done. It was just white. So, with the grays and the pinks help, but that outline really helps this pop out. And yeah, still need to FF all this. I'll probably wait until I get some more ornaments done before I get to finally FF filming in them. I can talk, I really can. But again, this is just on 18 count, no, sorry, this is 14 count Ada that I dyed using Kool-Aid way back in the beginning of my stitching career. So those are my finishes. So I mainly worked on the birth sampler. And I started another project, but I'm going to show that one last. I have worked on a few of my whips. My rotation's kind of still out. I haven't really felt like picking up my rotation again. Which I might reevaluate my rotation because I have so many whips and so little time, and yeah, I have a lot to do. Enough to keep me busy. But yeah, I'm still starting new things. But anyway, yeah, so I know Michelle Gunn. She's a floss tuber. I believe she's from Scotland or somewhere in the Highlands. I will link her channel below. But one of her video said that she wants to do a loose rotation. Instead of having a certain whip, she's gonna do a week of a category, which is like I think I'm gonna give that one a whirl because I just have a lot of stuff I want to do, and I like the rotation because it gives me a structure. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, moving on to my whips. Sorry, I'm a chatterbug. I don't know why. Anyway, I did work on my Thomas Kinkade, Beauty and the Beast, and I will insert a picture of where you last seen it here. And this is where I'm gotten to. I've actually got a lot from last time. I basically just worked on the background first. Then I just started on her hair because I think the only thing really left is the characters now. But I'm liking how I'm liking how this is looking. I'm like the fact that it actually fits, and I made sure it fit before I started on it. But I'm not caring for the circle, so I think I'm gonna go in with a solid color, probably black, and square it off. But that is my Beauty and the Beast. I haven't touched this probably since the beginning of June. So, I honestly forgot I worked on it since last time I showed you guys. So, yeah, that was actually a really fast stitch. It shouldn't take me much longer to finish it once I get working back on it again. For my for June wine and whips, I decided I was gonna work on my Phoenix, which I will insert a picture of where you last seen it here. And yeah, no, if only. This is yeah. I'm against the wall. I can't back up any further. This is where I've got it to. It's really hard to tell. But basically, I brought down a roll of black. I think I worked. Yeah, basically, I just brought down this black a lot. I got most of the the smudge marks, the marks that I accidentally got wet from last time. I pretty much got those filled in, so I don't have to go, what's that color supposed to be? So this is where I've got to. I don't see much of a trying to get it so the light's not horrible for you guys. I know from inserting the picture you can see a lot of progress I've done on it. It doesn't feel like I've got really any work done on it. But I did take this to my I had a doctor's appointment, and lo and behold, the doctor I went to see that day happens to be a cross stitcher. And she was admiring my bell needle minder. So I was bragging, it's like, oh yeah, they're needle minders. If you go on YouTube, look up floss tube, you're going to find hundreds of people that are cross stitching and talking about the cross stitching, and I've learned so many things from you guys, and it's like I was checking you guys up. But yeah, so yeah, she never seen a needle minder or a needle holder. And this, I did make this needle holder from a button pack I found. But yeah, so I was talking you guys up. So I did get a lot of black done, which was my goal, was to work on that massive patch of black. Yeah, obviously, it's a whine. It's still a whine. I'm still whining about it, but I will work through the whine. I will get it done. Anyway, my Bengal tiger cub that was enrolled in the wine week, the second week of wine, June, wine and I cannot talk. Whatever that stitch along is, where you lips you work on that make you whine. My Bengal tiger cub, I got maybe one length of thread in, so I'm not even bother. I didn't even bother trying to find him. There's really nothing to show. But I am still working on page 3. You know how I love my heaven and earth, the impossible love. I'm still on page 3. Still. I will insert a picture of where you seen it last time. Here. And I have been working on it tonight, and it's still on my lap stand, if I can get it out of the way. Yeah, I'm actually right on. This is the last column. So I did finish out whatever column I was in. I think I put in another column, so. But, yeah, I'm on page 4 with the part threads. That is, how very little I've got done. Yeah, I am not putting him away. I'm gonna work on him a little bit. I'm gonna try and work on him a little bit each week, just so I can get that page done. Good Lord. How do you people get a Hade page done in 2 months? How? What is your secret? I would gladly like to know. But yeah. So, that leaves me with my new start. My boyfriend's friends are getting married, and it's like, oh, hey, I can find a cute little sampler and I can stitch it up in no time. Not gonna work. It is, well, I downloaded, they're free patterns from, Birdie Stitches. I will link her, website below. But I am working on The Nightmare Before Christmas. Yep, I am taking these as I've got Jack's skeleton done. And I'm currently working on Sally right now. Yeah, she is. The bottom of her outfit, which it was confetti. I'm not gonna lie, it was pure confetti. I ended up for the bottom row, that bottom 10 columns, I ended up parking just so I can make sense of all that confetti in that area. But I started this particular project on, looking at my notes, June 23rd of 2016. I finished Jack July 8th of 2016, and I started Sally the same day that I finished Jack. Yeah, this was one of the whips I took with me when I went camping. Actually, I stitched myself into a stupor. It basically, we needed the rain, we did, but it could have waited when I wasn't in a tent. Just saying. But it was, so I basically worked on this. I did take my Heaven and Earth with me. I didn't touch my Heaven and Earth this because I didn't trust the weather. I didn't want to get it all out, get comfortable, and have rain come down and make a mess. Even those threads and whatnot, I just didn't. If the weather would have been cooperative, I probably would have got a lot more of my hay done, but it didn't work with me. So I ended up working a lot on, I did finish Jack when I was camping. Yes, I went camping, then went to Cedar, went camping, went to Michigan Adventures. Then the next 2 days went and seen the family I never get to see because I don't have time. Then I went back to work like the following day, so I was busy running around. And that's very random, sorry. But yep, but I'm turning this into a wedding sampler, or a wedding announcement. I think that's the word. Announcement, not sampler. And I'm going to put their names under each one. And considering I'm not going to have this done in the next 2 days, I might find me a 0 on Jack's dog and put down the bottom. We will see. I didn't really care for the 0 that Birdie Stitches had on her website. And gotta find it. And basically, I looked up quotes from Nightmare Before Christmas, and I'm going to stitch my dearest friend, if you don't mind, I like to join you by your side, where we can gaze into the stars and sit together now and forever. For it is plain, as anyone can see, we're simply meant to be. And that is lyrics from the end song. But I just found it appropriate for being a wedding announcement. Yeah, my boyfriend's like, oh, well, do the Nightmare Before Christmas. If you do Nightmare Before Christmas, you have a friend for life. So I want them to enjoy it. I want to enjoy the pleasure of stitching this. So I'm doing the Nightmare Before Christmas for them. But yep. So that has been my main focus. I have been working mostly on this. And that is on 14 count Blue Ada. This actually came out of my my Dolphin's Domain kit that I swapped out the fabric for. I did paint fabric, which I completely forgot to grab it, and I don't know where it's at, honestly. But I got a little too thick, and I got the textile paints. It's like, oh, I'll paint it. The fabric turned out beautiful, but it was a little too hard to stitch, and it's one of those, like, I don't have time if I'm going to get this done in time to stitch on it, so I'm probably going to stitch me a Nightmare Before Christmas on that piece of fabric. Anyway, what is left? I haven't haul. I haven't done much shipping. I haven't done much shopping. But I should grab my pile. Very, very small pile. Bring it over here. Okay, and these aren't really stitching related, but I found these we stopped at a gas station / grocery store, and I stopped in and I found these guys. I found a frozen, these are flavored bottled water. I've got a frozen and I got a Belle. And it's like, I haven't started using Belle yet, but you can't really see it, but I started putting my Yorts. Maybe if I show it on the inside. Yep, I started putting my Yorts in the frozen bottle. This decorating little tidbits that I might make use of. I don't know. Normally my Yorks go in this country preserved air freshener little glass bottle. This used to have like the gel air freshener scented gel in it. That dried up, and it's like, hey, that's small. That's perfect. So this is my main York jar. So when this gets full, I'm going to dump it into the plastic bottle. And so on and so forth. But I think they're cute. And if you haven't guessed by now, I love Disney. I love Disney princesses. So they will be displayed somewhere. If I ever get around to getting a Christmas tree, I will probably put them on the Christmas tree. I don't know. But anyway, moving on. I finally got me a grime guard. You would never guess where I got this. Never. I actually got this at a dollar store. Yeah, this is actually this is not intended for a grime guard. This is a steering wheel cover, just a fabric steering wheel cover, and this works perfectly for my 8x8 Q snap. So I finally got a grime guard. yeah, it's got the padding for the steering wheel. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for a cheap grime guard, and you're not sure you want to spend a bunch of money on something you may not like, go to the dollar store or go to the car section and grab yourself a fabric steering wheel cover. Thinking I'm going to go back and see if they have any more. But if you haven't noticed, I'm proud of this. Anyway, I think the rest are all patterns. I did over the 4th of July, or close to the 4th of July, Heaven and Earth was having a 40% discount sale for all their patterns. So I went ahead and I purchased 2 of them. I didn't print out the pictures, but I will insert what they are here. The dragon in the stocking is called Magical Arrival? Sorry. Yeah, Magical Arrival. Yeah. I am going to crop him down to size. Probably. Yeah, I'm not gonna stitch the bottom. Once I get past the fancy Kelton knot on the mantle, I'm not stitching the rest of that. It's like it's a waste of my time, and it's not needed. I want the dragon. The main focus is there's a dragon in a stocking. So I did participate, but I'm going to be cropping that down when I do start it. Who knows when that will be, but it will be started. And I've also took advantage of the cheap at the Joann's. They have a section of plastic canvas / needlepoint that's and reduced price. So I've got Creative Dog, designed by Joan Elliott. I like Joan Elliott, can't you tell? It basically says, I'm creative. Don't expect me to be neat too. Which is so very true for us crafters. It's just a shaggy dog, and yeah. Yeah. Nothing else needs to be said. I'm a crafter, so therefore, I'm unneat. And I did find me a bookmark Melody by Leisure Arts. It's just a booklet, but it's got different, not quite bell pulls, which you can use them for bell pulls. But yeah, it's there are 2 patterns. Okay, I see how this. So basically, take this coffee. You have 1 pattern, but you also have a partner to go with. So these are all the patterns that this book holds. those owls, those are just adorable. And the cat, the Siamese cat, just cute and adorable. And then also a lighthouse for my cousin who adores lighthouses. So, don't know why I'm stitching anything out of this, but basically just bookmarks. And you can tell I'm used to being on the floor. Everything I hold up is low. And the last thing I actually just bought this yesterday. It's the World of Cross Stitch magazine. I'm guessing the Queen has or is going to turn 90 because I got the 90th birthday free pattern. And just look, it's a corgi. It's a corgi. The main reason I want this, well, not the main reason, but one of the big reasons why I ended up getting the magazine is just so I can have that corgi. I don't care about the rest of it. I just want the corgi. And I'm sure you all know by now that I do have a dog. I do have a purebred corgi, so. And it also came with a bunny card kit. It's an aperture card again. You just stitch the bunny area, or the bunny. So it's kind of cute. Don't know when I'll stitch it, if I ever stitch it. But going through, yeah. Wild and Free. I love that cat. Look at those blue eyes. Yeah. I love animals. I love cats. You can't fault me. And also, Striking Scenes is what this one's called. I don't care for the cityscape, but I just love the colors they chose for this tree and on the seascape on the bottom. It's like, oh, those are just beautiful. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. That's not big enough. And also, just look at that coloration in that horse silhouette. That's just gorgeous. I love those colors. Which might be interesting because your DMC variegated. So I probably will be having to substitute out colors. But just beautiful. Wise Words is the name of this one. And it says, life is like a cup of tea. It's all about how you make it. Which is very, very true. And I love tea. I'm a tea drinker myself. And I need to remind myself. Life is what you make it. There's some things you can't control, but for the most part, you can control most of it. And this, Cuddly Comrades isn't just adorable. You get a bear and a deer hugging on top of a mushroom. And it's like, I love the colors that they choose, and I love the shading. It's just enough shading to give it depth without being overbearing and too detailed. And which one are you? Oh, this is part of the Fabulous Forest series. Look at that fox. Just get it. Okay, does that not scream adorableness? Got a little hammer. It's got his backpack. The shading in that tree. The robins. It's like, oh. It's a must stitch. Very much a must stitch. And I believe that is everything I planned and or liked out of this magazine. Yep, that should be the wrap up. So, bye bye, stitchers. Have fun stitching.